What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the ITP Paladin. I actually just had like a very odd pseudo nap, maybe micro nap. I'm not 100% sure what it would classify as, but getting my daughter to bed, I actually have to get myself up. It is 15 till 9 currently, which means that once it hits 9 o'clock, I have an hour and a half to get ready for work, which is kind of explaining all this in the background, so don't mind that. That's just for work. It did get a little bit more messier than I would like it to. You see the car seat and everything with a pillow. So just three things, because I've been trying to make videos when I was driving home too, and I just never got to upload them, so I may as well just chalk them in here. So first and foremost, Healed by the Blood. I want to give a very sincere and quick shout out to everybody who's been making it a success that it is, because even if it's not one of my most viewed stuff, it is indeed very successful endeavor, because it's gaining viewership, just even to the most minor degree. It's actually quite exciting, despite my demeanor, to be able to minister the word and be able to actually get viewership for it and be able to minister successfully. It's not even about gaining a lot of viewership. It's just about speaking to those who will listen. And so, for just the first two episodes, it's already gaining a success. Like, just having the viewership that it does. So for that, I thank every single one of you that's made it a success, for every one of you that's joined so far, and hopefully in the future more will join. I'm hoping... see, that's me waking up still. But I am hoping. I'm going to continue this trend, and if I can make it, this is just a staple number. I'm doing it for a lot of different things, but if I can hit at least 10 episodes, I know that it'll continue on as a consistent thing. I know that it'll be more of a consistent thing. Same thing with Overwatch coaching. I'll get back to that. We'll talk about the content in just a second. But just again, quick shout out, quick thank you to everybody who's been watching Healed by the Blood. I will be doing this on a weekly basis. Yeah, I gotta get myself up. Oh my god, I'm gonna make this quick. But I'm gonna be doing this on a weekly, so be on the lookout for that. Number two kind of has to do with just a quick pseudo request. I don't want to make it seem like I'm begging or anything like that. I don't know how to articulate it properly, but we are 4 subscribers away. Unless something changed while I was taking a nap, I highly doubt that, but we should be 4 subscribers away. We are, 4 subscribers away. I can quickly just show at the top right there. If it was, 496, if you guys could see that. 496 subscribers away. Or 4 subscribers. Whoa. Yeah, let me make this quick. 4 subscribers away from hitting 500. And what that means is that my channel hits a milestone, which means that I'll be able to do a couple of more things, making, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, custom emojis, super chats, all that fun stuff, so I can make my entire channel a little bit more interactive, on top of being able to monetize in the first degree before I actually hit full monetization. Which, I'll never put ads on my channel anyway, so I'll never gather ad revenue. I don't like ads personally, and I don't think anyone really likes ads, let's be honest. A couple of them can be useful from time to time, but most of the time it's just like, oh my god, let me watch my video, so I don't want to do that to you guys. My content will remain free. I make it for free. I want you guys to do this, but if you guys feel so inclined to help me monetarily, at least you have the option with super chats, and that's just like easier than even donations, let's be 100% honest. Like, you can highlight your text, you at least get something for your buck, and you can actually make it cheaper than a donation. I think sometimes minimum donations are like $10, whatever. Like, super chats can be like $1, $5, whatever it is that you feel like paying, but I think that they come in increments. I think I might be able to control them. I don't know until I actually hit it, so we'll talk about that in another video. But again, 4 more subscribers and we can find out together. This was just what I wanted to put out there. So if you guys would be able to recommend my channel, that wouldn't hurt. But if you know anybody who's interested in the type of content I do, by all means, spread the word. Now for the third thing, and this one I'll make it very quick. I'm going to get yawning again if I'm not careful. Anyways, let's get this quick. So this one's actually in concern, like I was saying a moment ago about content. So Overwatch is what got me my channel subscribers, and I would be remiss if I... Oh, fireworks. It's 4th of July. I'd be remiss if I didn't at least mention, like, you know, I am going to continue doing coaching with Overwatch. That's not going to stop. I am going to get back into coaching, so I will be making this known on my Discord. I'll be making this known on here. I'll be making it known on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'll be letting everybody know. I'll continue the coaching trend. I'll be continuing coaching because I did enjoy doing that. That was actually a very fun aspect for me to do, to educate players. It was kind of like making me feel helpful and be able to still participate in a game that, although, you know, is kind of like in a bittersweet spot right now for me. It's like the sweet spot of it. Like, coaching is a sweet spot, and I enjoy helping out in that regard. Being able to teach players. But I gotta really finish this up. I don't want to keep yawning for you guys. This is supposed to be a video. But the reason I bring this up in the first place is because I think I'm done playing it for the near future. Playing it as in, like, streaming it, playing it as in, like, going into quick play, playing competitive, trying to rank up myself. I'm kind of done. This was during the entire month of June. I'm still keeping up with Overwatch to a degree. There's kind of like an annoyance of pushing for Pride Month and everything like that. And look, I've already mentioned it a dozen times plus on my channel. I'll keep mentioning a dozen plus times more. I don't mind whatever it is that you guys are into. You guys could be into whatever you want to be into, but I will never support Pride. I will never support Pride Month. I'll never support any of that endeavor that they try to push. And primarily because they've made it a marketing value right at this point. They made it a marketing scheme. You're forced to accept it because apparently if you don't accept it, you don't accept the person. That's just bullshit. Sorry, but it is. But Overwatch, unfortunately, has been taken over as, you know, the company is like one of the strongest pushes for Pride Month, and that's kind of why I uninstalled it for the month of June. It's coming to an end. If it hasn't already come to an end, I know they sometimes like to go a week over and be like, oh, well, as Pride comes to a close, we want to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. You had your time. You're done. But no, you want to keep it going? That's on you. But I don't want to see it. So that's just me. But the reason I mention this is because I'm done playing the game. 5v5 has been a very miserable experience for me. I pushed so hard to try and give the game a legitimate chance. 6v6 had its moments of stress, but there was never a minute where I was like, oh, I want one less player, I want one more player. It's like now that we shifted to 5v5 and we put it on the table, it's like, yeah, I would rather have 6v6. Like, yes, it was still like a mishmash of balancing issues, a whole bunch of stuff that they needed to fix game-wise, hero-wise, game modes, all this kind of stuff. Like, there was a bunch of things that they needed to fix anyway. But there was never a point in 6v6 where I thought that format was the issue, and that format needed to be fixed, and that would be the 5v5, 6v6, 7v7, whatever it is that they wanted to come up with. I think there was even a point they talked about doing like a 12v12. Come on now. It would have been fun as a chaotic game mode. Like, make a chaotic arcade mode, but that would have been kind of cool. But no, as a core game mode, 6v6 was a good balance. It was what I kind of was introduced to with my friend. I played that for like whatever amount of years, and I would... If they go back to 6v6, by the way, I'm still a firm believer that it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when, and right now, I think we're actually hitting that because the developers finally brought it up themselves saying, hey, you know, we know this is a heated topic and we'll throw our hat in the ring. It's like, okay. Ironically enough, this is actually hitting the 7th month out of the 6 to 8 month average for where in entertainment industries you typically see a change when something major happens. It was back in the beginning of this year. Bobby Kotick, otherwise known as Satan of Blizzard, he kind of like, you know, went off of Blizzard, and normally in entertainment you would see at most a year, but you could see within an average of 6 to 8 months an actual change from when the person, like the core timestamp happened. So that was like when he left. His influence still remains for a time. company will still go through the transition, finish up whatever he had put in play, go into play. It would last for 6 to 8 months, and that's usually when you would see a major change, like, hey, his influence is finally fully done. It kind of had to bleed out. So we're hitting that point. And that's kind of like a good sign when you hear Blizzard talking about format finally, being like, hey, we're going to address 6v6. So this has been a major debate, and a lot of players are still asking for 6v6 back, and a lot of players are still kind of like on the fence. Some of them are supporting 5v5. I'm being completely unbiased in this opinion. Forget about my opinion on this. I sincerely do believe that more players want 6v6 back. It's not nostalgia. It's not for arbitrary reasons. It was just sincerely a better game. I'm tired of the current format of Overwatch. So, an entire TLDR, a recap, whatever you want to call it. I'm done playing Overwatch. I will download it again, and if I get anything in my Discord, I will do coaching, but I will not play this game anymore because it's just completely burning me out. I lost my passion for it. If they go back to 6v6, then I will give it another shot. Obviously, I'll come right back, but obviously it's going to have some rough balancing issues going from 5v5 to 6v6 if they do. So, it might be a little rough. But I would, in a heartbeat, come back at 6v6 to at least give it the honest shot that it deserves, give it the support that it deserves, and that will be a bridge that we cross when we get to it. If we get to it sooner than later. So, again, it's not a matter of if, just when. I think we were proven right in the end. People are getting tired of it too, so I'm not the only one, but I'm done. I'll be putting my efforts maybe in like Dark Souls or something, I don't know. Continue my new game 99 character, try to max level him if I can possibly do that. That's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm going to call the video here. We're hitting like 12 minutes, 13 minutes, so I will see you guys next week with Healed by the Blood episode 3. I already know what I'm going to be covering for this one, and it's funny that I just thought of this now, actually. I know what I was going to try and cover for it, and I still need to determine a title for it, but I just realized some kind of little funny, I want to call it it's not double, what's the word for it? Either way, it's just a funny coincidence how I just thought of it now. I was like, oh, I didn't actually think about that. But episode 3, next week. So I will see you guys then, or I'll make a video in between. I don't know. I don't think I'll have time, so you guys have a good night, and since today is the 4th of July, happy 4th of July for those who celebrate it here in the United States, so have a good one, guys.